we have to access that ng model and assign to a reference. That means text box related properties and methods are accessed by using this reference hash. So it's important that it should be marked with ng model, and that ng model should be binded with a reference name that is required, so that its values are stored in that reference. We can access and use those values. Another important point you should know that Angular cannot handle any element dynamically if it is not defined with a name, because form is unable, you know that it is a general thing. In HTML, form cannot handle any element of HTML if it is not having any proper name. Means you know that HTML cannot submit the element if it is not having a name. So you have to make sure that form element have a name. Any reference name you can give. So form cannot submit the value of any element if it is not having a name. That is the general nature of form. So you make sure that form is defined with a name, with a model and everything. Now we can access, so by using like this, by using form name, we can access its properties. Form name dot value. So this form name dot means the properties, what properties it provides. So form name dot value, it returns an object that contains a key value collection, that contains key value collection of all controls in the form and their values. That means this value property, it returns an object that contains key value collection of controls in the form and their values. That means all controls and their values can be accessed by using this value object. Form value will get all details of the controls. How many controls you are using in the form, all the details are accessed by using this value. This is the primary thing that you need. So the primary thing you need. And if you are, several other properties are present. Those later we will see. Like form has properties like you can use form name dot like pristine, like dirty, like valid, like invalid, like submitted. All these are the properties of the form. So many properties are present for the form. How these are used and handled, we will see in different situations. Similarly, so we have control name, txt name dot value. This it returns the value entered in text box. Similarly, every control related value can be individually accessed by using this reference. And again, this contains some more properties like txt name dot, it have pristine, it have dirty, it have valid, it have invalid, it have touched, it have untouched, like this. So many options are available. That means it comprises of lot of things. So these are why they are used, how they are used, you are going to see about them. So no need to worry about them. So that means everything related to form you can handle in UI. You don't need anything in the controller logic. Only one work we have to do. We need to just collect the form value and send it to server side wherever we want. That is done by controller. So directly from view, we will not send data to any APIs services. But rest of all the configurations and interactions, everything is managed in the UI only. By using these references, we can manage everything. Let's see a simple form. We will create a simple form. So by using this and design a simple form. So let's create a form and see how we can manage this. So I'm creating a new form. Okay, so a new component. So ng generate component template form. Okay, skip test equal to true. So I am creating a template form here. Okay, good. So now let's keep this template form in the startup. So I will keep this template form component. Okay, in the startup. Template form. So let's keep this template form in the startup. Okay, fine. Now this is the basic template form. Okay, let's design a simple form interface here. So let's go to the template form HTML. Yeah, we don't need to do anything in the logic. So just everything I'm designing here in the UI class container, and just I will keep this in the header. I'll say as template driven form. Okay, just for example. And here I'm configuring a form. Fine. And a form have some elements. 2-3 elements I will create here. Class as form group, and we have a label. So that is name. Okay. And a div input type is equal to text, and name is equal to txt name. Okay. And let's create another div and a class as form group, and here we have label price, and div input type is equal to text, and name is equal to txt price. Okay, and just put a form control here. So class as form control class. Okay, and this is the class as form control. Okay, and let's add another group here. So another form group, and that is like shipped to.